Why did I become a life insurance agent? You know how when you're trying to like decide what you want to do, it's like multiple things you could do. It's so many things you could do, so many different lanes you can go in, so many different ways you can make money. But it's that one thing that makes your heart just flutter. Like you just like, this is my thing. I did a lot of things. Like I did a lot of things in my life. I am one of those people that call themselves a serial entrepreneur. I just found out what that meant too, because I was on a Clubhouse app and everybody was calling themselves that. I'm like, what is a serial entrepreneur? I didn't know, but I googled it and I found out that it's me. I am one of those people that will try any business if I feel like it's profitable or beneficial. Well, let's say I used to be, because lately I've been trying to focus on my own business. But at one point in time, that was me. I would try any business. Not like no drug business or nothing like that. Like I want to sell crack. But for the most part, if it was legal, I'm doing it. But I was introduced to the life insurance business from this guy that I knew in real estate, because I was doing real estate at the time, wholesaling, and I met this guy who was one of my buyers that would buy some of the properties off of me. And he just was like, why don't you, he was talking to me and my boyfriend at the time, and he was like, why don't y'all come over to the financial side? And I'm like, the financial side, bro, what you talking about? He was just saying like, you know, you get your life insurance license, you can make X amount of dollars, you can do this, and this. Cool. At the time when he first told me, I just wanted to make a couple dollars. Like I just was like, okay, if this is gonna make me more money than wholesaling, count me in. Like I wasn't looking at it as a long-term thing, a beneficial thing, nothing. Like I just wanted some money. But then I just fell in love with it. So me and that guy actually parted ways for numerous reasons. The company that I actually was gonna go with, which was the company he was with, I just didn't like how it was ran. I didn't like I just didn't like a lot of things, right? So I took some time off. I ended up getting with the company that I'm currently with, and I took some time off because I just wasn't feeling it. Like I said, everything I was doing, it was for money. Like I was chasing money. All I cared about was getting paid. I didn't care about the long term at all. I had no desire to care about where this could take me, because I know in my current moment I was struggling so bad that I just wanted some money. And a lot of people go through that. So, you know, this is just how it goes a lot of times. But when I took that time off, in between time, it was like a year I took off, because again, I just didn't really care about the business like that. I just wanted some money. So I took a year off, and the end of that year, my upline, my mentor, the best person I ever met in my entire life outside of my kids, but the best person I ever met in business, she contacted me. And she contacted me at the time where I was already considering getting back into life insurance. Again, not for the reason that I'm in it now, but because I was just trying to get some money, because again, I was struggling. But she contacted me. And because I'm very spiritual and I understand, like, you know, you get sent messages through people, I should say. And I knew the fact that she contacted me at the same time that I was thinking about getting back, it was something that was meant for me to do. It was something I needed to see. You know what I'm saying? Within that business. So I was like, let me look deeper into this, because this is feeling like this is something I'm supposed to do. So once I got back in, got my stuff situated, we was talking, and one day she was just talking to me about my license and how important it was for me to have my life insurance license. And again, I never looked at it as being important. I looked at it like I can help families, which is perfect, and I can also make money for myself. I never looked at it like everything, all the opportunities that I had with this license, because life insurance and the license is one of those things that are downplayed so much. Like, people really downplay that. They downplay getting life insurance and they downplay the business, which both are fails, because you need life insurance and you should definitely get in the life insurance business for many reasons. Many reasons, not even just for the money. I come from a really terrible situation. Growing up has been horrible for me. I don't have much family. Like, I'm not one of those people that, I'm not going to say it's lucky enough because I'm lucky for many things. So I'll just say I wasn't given the family that I wanted, when I felt like I needed it. But anywho, that's another conversation for another day. So I always wanted to help people because I know what it feel like to not be helped. Like, I know what it feel like to be left out. And I know what it feel like for someone to not educate you and give you the right information that you need for you to make the right moves in life. Like, I know that feeling. So when I got into life insurance and I started learning about what you should do, what you should have, not even just in the life insurance business, but I do a lot of research. So even when I started doing my own research and listening to a lot of the older successful people, they always talk about proper planning, retirement, life insurance, making sure the kids are cool. Like, they just talk about a lot of things that where I'm from, we don't talk about. Where I'm from, we all basically live our life based off survival. We're just trying to survive. Like, we just trying to figure out how we can do what we need to do now and make sure we can eat tomorrow. So that's how I was raised. It wasn't raised off of proper planning of anything. Like, nothing was properly planned. Nothing. It was, you need to go to school, you need to get a job because you got to make sure you can pay your bills. It wasn't like, okay, you have kids, make sure you set them up, make sure you get yourself set up for retirement because you're going to get old one day, you're not going to be able to work. Make sure you got life insurance because something can happen to you at any moment if you die. You need to make sure the kids cool. Nobody wasn't teaching me that. So I don't come from a background of people educating me. So when I got the information and I started learning about things that was supposed to be taught to me when I had my first child, it was crazy. It was crazy to me because I know a handful of people that grew up just like me that may not speak as well as others, that come from the hood, may not have as much education as a lot of people, that want more, but they don't know how to get more. Like, I was in a shelter. For a little minute. And every woman that was in that shelter was struggling too, trying to figure out a way. So, long story short, I fell in love with life insurance because not only can I help families, but I can help children. Like, I can help so many people. Our world is based around money, whether we like it or not. Whether you against money and you think money is evil, it is what it is. And if you don't have money and you don't plan, you will fail in this world. It's all about proper planning. If something goes wrong and you're not properly prepared, you will suffer. So because I know that, and because I know, again, where I come from, people do not have this information, I chose to get into this field so I can break a barrier. So I can educate myself and talk to other people so they can see that if somebody that look just like them, sound just like them, is educated and can give them information. It's easy for a successful person to go to a broke person and say, oh, you can do this, you can do that. When you come from where I come from, seeing somebody else success is not motivational for you because, again, you're looking at yourself like, I am nowhere near anything like you. I come from here, you come from there. How can we compare? So you're not looking at that person and you're not even comfortable taking information from them because in your mind it's BS. You're not going to believe it. Because all you know is you struggle and you suffered and you don't have any idea what you're supposed to be doing. That's where I come in at. Because my goal is to educate myself enough that I can give back this information to everybody who's seeking it. Somebody gotta do it. And I'm trying to be the one that do it. Like I said, I want people that look like me and sound like me to know. Listen, you can do anything you want to do and you can have anything you want to have. Don't ever feel like you got to be put to the back because you're not as great as somebody else. Like, I want to prove that me being myself, I got locks. I do me. I'm myself. I want to show people that being yourself can get you far. You don't have to change yourself and do all these other things to try to level up. But life insurance, retirement planning, those are two things that my people are not taught. Where I come from, we're not taught that. Why? Because it's like it doesn't matter. So it's not taught. But I'm trying to change that. So that's why I got my life insurance license. To help people. To educate people. To make them understand the importance of things that are very complicated and complex to some. I want to break it down very simple for people, like, and let me speak their language to them so they can feel me. Like, that's what I want to do. All those women in the shelter, all them people in the hood that's living off survival trying to figure out a way. Like, I want to be able to go to them like, listen, this is what you have to do. And let me break it down to you very simple in ways that you can feel me. Like, that's all I want to do. It ain't even about the money to me, because the money gonna come. I can make money in anything. The money is great, but when you love what you do, the money is just an extra. It's a bonus. Touching people and helping people is the goal for me. So that's what it is.